Everybody, and welcome to our live stream. Today marks a really transformational day for Exro and for SEA Electric, and we're looking forward to talking you through a little bit of what's going to happen. We'll spend the second half of the live stream kind of talking specifically about where we've been for Exro for all of our longtime shareholders or for new shareholders coming into the stock or into the live stream today. And of course, there was a press release this morning where you can get more details, and we'll have multiple forms of communication over the next several weeks as we work to deal closing. And so, of course, this morning's announcement is really around the merger of Exro and SEA Electric. And this has been a couple of months in the works, but really a couple of years that Tony and I have gotten to know each other and put our tech together. As we came into why we kind of got into the transformation right now, it was really a combination of different partnerships that we were both working on, combined with taking the tech to the next level and getting through our tech validations with the SEA team just before Christmas, and then looking at how we can work together to really accelerate our sales and accelerate our path to profitability. So it's a really transformational day for Exro as we've greatly accelerated our path to profitability and allows us to still take the core technology with our Exro Coil Driver and our Exro Cell Driver on their path to changing the way the world consumes energy. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. For new shareholders or anybody that just needs a quick reminder, again, we are Exro Technologies. We have facilities in Calgary, Arizona, and Detroit. What we've done is created technology that allows us to control electric motors and batteries. Think about it like electric gearing on the motor side of it, where we're able to boost performance and decrease cost through our technology. And then on our cell driver side, we've got a new level of cell control for batteries that takes energy storage to next generation technology. There's lots of information available on our website, and there's lots of information available on our social media. I'm going to pass to Tony Fairweather now, the CEO and founder of SEA Electric, to give a little bit of an introduction about himself and about SEA Electric.
Thanks, Sue. Appreciate it. Tony Fairweather is my name, CEO and founder of SEA Electric, as Sue mentioned. After a career in logistics and transport and in particular in electrification, I couldn't be more excited to be sitting here today to be announcing the merger of SEA Electric and Exro. But firstly, to SEA Electric, a company I founded in Australia back in 2012. With a very clear vision, and that was to create battery electric power system technology for the commercial vehicle segment, in particular the last mile delivery segment of the commercial vehicle space. And with that in mind, we created very specific proprietary optimized technology that focused on the total cost of ownership of the powertrain, the weight of the powertrain so as to optimize payload, and the performance and subsequently the efficiency of the powertrain. With a patent that commenced in 2017, at the same time as starting the commercialization of SEA Electric's powertrain technology, we now have of the 21 jurisdictions that we've been targeting, 14 of those fully granted with SEA Electric's proprietary VCU software, Vehicle Control Unit software, and now a business that's redomiciled into North America with this very exciting merger ahead of us. Just to finish on the ability to integrate Exro's Coil Driver, class-leading coil drive technology into our SEA Drive technology is just takes the platform and the technology to the next level, both from an efficiency and a performance perspective, but also in terms of the unique aspects of charging that Coil Drive will offer SEA Drive. So again, could not be more excited to be sitting here today with the Exro team announcing this merger.
Thank you so much, Tony. I really appreciate it and appreciate you joining us in Arizona today. So just for everybody on the live stream today, as we think to what is going to happen post-deal closing, what does it mean for the company? The first thing that the Exro team and our executive team and our board really dug into was the technology synergies. And so how does the two come together? So if you think about the Coil Driver, it will now become an integral part of the SEA Drive, so of the electrification system. It will take some time for us to get into the existing OEMs that they're partnered with. It will take some time. We have to go through lots of validation on those ones. But what it does is allow us to become part of that supply chain, those supply agreements, and to now moving forward, utilize the Coil Driver in any of the programs that we work on post-deal. As we think about what we've done on the Exro side that was very attractive for the SEA team, it was really about the work that we've done behind the scene. All the work that we've done operationally to set ourselves up for automotive excellence and automotive efficient execution. And so we're really going to be able to apply that from our supply chain and our operations team. On top of that, there's a lot of synergies between the two engineering teams with expertise across the electrification platform with batteries, motors, and drives. So we're pretty excited about the technology and the operational synergies. What we hope that you're going to come to see over the coming weeks as you learn more about the transaction and as you're able to do your own diligence through the information that will be publicly available is that this should bring great value to you, our shareholders, and to all of our employees, as we've accelerated our path to revenue and essentially our path to profitability. These are going to be two of the key focus areas that we really pay attention to through 24. 24 will be all about efficient execution here at Exro. And so just so that everybody understands, because, you know, there's a lot of marketing out there and SEA's done a great job of really taking the technology from an idea several years ago that Tony had to working with his teams to win OEM contracts here in the US. But we're not actually supplying the trucks. As we move forward, Exro will maintain its position as a technology company. We'll be supplying the technology that electrifies a commercial truck or electrifies a passenger vehicle. We're going to be able to now offer the complete electrification of a vehicle or a standalone coil drive, which is the inverter or the motor control, or a standalone VCU. So if you think about it from an electrification perspective, and again, we'll have several videos running over the next 30 days that really helps any of the more technical oriented shareholders to learn more. But the VCU is the communication between everything that electrifies a vehicle. So it's how it speaks. It's the voice of the vehicle. It lets the air conditioner and the motor and the drive have a voice to how much energy is being consumed. That's where the patents for SEA really sits, and it's combined into a great SEA drive system, which is now being utilized by multiple OEMs across the US and piloting globally. As we think to the management team, in today's announcement, you would have seen that Tony's trusted me to continue with the business after the acquisition, and I thank the board for the great support over the last few weeks as we've come to the final stage of today. And I will continue as the CEO of Exro moving forward and post-acquisition. Tony will be joining us as our new Chief Product Officer. Daryl will move into our Chief Financial Officer role. And then there's a number of other C-suite executives on both sides of the team. This is great talent that both Tony and I have spent years developing, that have put their blood and sweat and tears into the tech. On the case of Eric on the Coil Driver side and Joe on the SEA side, they are how our tech has been developed. They are the brains behind our Coil Drive, our Cell Drive, our SEA Drive, backed by phenomenal engineering teams. So everybody is very, very motivated, very, very excited, and really looking forward to formulating what our new executive team will be. We'll be rolling that out at the end of the close of the deal, which would be in late March. And then today, for the first time on our live streams, we have Rod Copes, who is Exro's chair and will remain as the new chair for our new board of directors.
Good morning, everyone. First off, thanks for all of our shareholders' continued and future support. I can tell you I'm super excited about this merger, and I think it's important to note that it's done very thoughtful. So it's a proactive and a very strategic move on both companies' part. And if you think about the backdrop of the automotive and the commercial trucking industries, and the largest transformation in their history since the origin of the early 1900s is taking place with electrification. And electrification has allowed hundreds of opportunities for startup companies, both EV and technology-related companies. And it's now beginning to mature, and we're beginning to see consolidation. And so through a very deep and strong relationship with Exro and SEA, we were able to realize that the complementary cultures and technologies could actually be a catalyst to really grow faster and have a bigger impact sooner than had we done it independently. So again, it's proactive and strategic that will benefit, obviously, employees, customers, shareholders, but most importantly, our planet Earth. So thank you for your support. As board chair, I just want you to know we're looking at a clean sheet of paper with a future, what the future strategy is and the growth projections, and really understanding the next couple of years. It's really about focus and execution. And as we roll out the new board and future plans, we look forward to sharing those with you. So again, thank you all, and look forward to meeting all of you soon.
I'm going to go ahead and pass to Daryl now, who will step in as our new CFO. And Daryl.
Just came right up like that. Thank you, Sue. And I'll start by just echoing Rod's commentary. A special shout out and thank you to all of our shareholders. We've received probably dozens, if not 100 or more emails, phone calls, and just text messages from a lot of our shareholders this morning, and all positive. Like, even I was surprised. I thought there might be a few people, but very, very strong positive commentary, and they see it how we see it. And that is, this is a transformational transaction, not to just play onto that word. It tends to be overused, but here it truly is. We have an opportunity to bring to market a expanded technology platform that is truly industry leading. I think what Tony and his team have developed is so complementary to the Coil Driver to be able to offer that to our customers and have a really strong backstop with existing OEM partnerships that really accelerates the business for Exro in 2024 2025 and accelerates a number of other milestones, such as a U.S. listing. And so something we've talked about for a while, this transaction obviously makes us bigger, stronger, and better. And we want to make sure that we're expanding that offering to a larger group of shareholders. And so what to expect over the next couple of weeks? Obviously, we had the big announcement out this morning. So from a shareholder perspective, we'll look to mail out our information circular probably in the second half of February, and then have a special meeting of shareholders and close the transaction by the end of March. So within that information circular, we'll have all the information regarding the transaction itself, how you can participate in the vote for the shareholder meeting, and look to wrap this up in Q1. And we're starting day one today. So day one is how we're operating this pro forma entity. As Rod said, we've been working on this for several months. This didn't come lightly. Lots of management workouts, and we're ready to go.
So as we think about what comes next and how we're going to kind of work through the transaction, work through the closing date, as we said, there'll be lots of communication, lots of videos, lots of different information. I'm going to move from today's announcement and from the merger, and I'm going to move into just Exro-focused information just for the last few minutes of the live stream. Again, please feel free to reach out, as you all know, and to look forward. We'll be posting our AMA on our website in the next kind of week and a half to 2 weeks once we finalize in on the date. And so as we look back at 2023, we did have a press release that we issued earlier this month, which was a shareholder update. We were able to provide a little bit of feedback on what's been happening. But as we look, what we really saw is we were able to install our cell driver on our building in Calgary. For any of the shareholders that follow us on LinkedIn or social media, you know that we ran through some of the recent cold snaps. We've been gathering a lot of data that's helping us to make a more intelligent energy storage unit. And the team is just really happy with the performance that we've seen. We won multiple product awards throughout 2023 that we're very, very proud of at Exro. And, we've heard lots of little rumors about paid and not. These are all, product awards where we were up against some of the best in the industry, where there was judges that were determining who would ultimately come out as the winner. And, our tech spoke for itself. We're currently still in the running for the ePace Awards. They'll be announced next month. We're really hopeful, but we're also grateful to the ePace team for a great process so far and just learning a lot from the judges as we went through. So hopefully we'll have that announcement in the coming weeks, but you never know what's going to come. And then, of course, we integrated our tech into big vehicles, into commercial vehicles, into the Sea truck in December, into the Vicinity truck in October. We launched at the APTA show in October, which is a municipal bus show, with our fantastic partners, Vicinity. We've launched with programs in South America and Europe on our low voltage and our 800 volt. And we've just been able to really mature the product, evolve the product, and just take Exro to the next step. This comes from a lot of work from our employees, and we just thank you very, very much for everything you do for the key every single day. And then, of course, we launched our production in September, and we've seen a lot of questions coming back. Again, I encourage you to go back and watch some of the live streams that we had. We launched with the intention to launch with very small production in September so that we could roll out our line efficiently, so that we could work through any problems in supply chain, problems in operations, and really make sure that when we got to what is called series production, when we got to that large volume manufacturing, that ramp up year, we would be ready, and that we wouldn't be making those mistakes with cost to our precious cash. And that's been very, very successful for us. And so we're really looking forward to 24 being the year that we ramp that up, the year that we integrate, and now that we work with partners that are within the SEA portfolio to really demonstrate automotive execution. I think it's in our press release, but I also know it's a phrase that one of our team members used, and I really like it, and it means a lot, especially for me coming from the industrial world. You know, manufacturing is hard, and we're a technology company, so we're working with contract manufacturers, which means that we get to keep our line to profitability, keep our expenses low, but it also means that we have this other layer of making sure that partner is doing everything that we need within the automotive standards. And so our commitment to automotive standards, led by Simon on the Exro team, who's our Chief Operations Officer, has been over a year of work to get our quality metrics in place, to get our supply chain metrics in place, to get the facility up and operational. And automotive technology is exponentially harder than industrial technology. I can tell you that firsthand coming from the industrial world. And so from a self-driver perspective now, looking back and looking forward, hey, I feel the frustration that you all feel. I am extremely frustrated with timelines. I'm extremely frustrated, but I'm also inspired by the tech itself and how much we're transforming and staying true to the disruption of what the Exro technology can do on motor battery control. And so while we did have an additional delay that was unexpected at the end of the year, we are doing well. We are in line with what we announced. I'm not going to give any timelines outside of what's been announced in that press release. I'm going to keep working through the tests and come to you when it's completed in this quarter. And we've made changes to the leadership team on the battery team. And so these are all part of really establishing our Exro Energy division, our Exro Cell Driver, and getting it ready for its time to shine. And so it's really been in behind the scenes. We've been working really hard. There's a phenomenal set of engineers that have been taking this through and working really, really, really long hours. And so we're super pleased with where we are. We've got a sales team out ready to take orders. We will be in production this year. We will be receiving revenue this year as planned. And so we'll continue to follow up with you as we hear more. We also actually thank our partners at our UL certification body. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk, I know, through social and others. They've been phenomenal partners for us. And while the delays are frustrating, it's also a great opportunity to introduce new standards and to really go above and beyond what's in the market today. And that's what disruption is all about. If we're just meeting everything that's already regulated, everything that's already certified, you're not really disrupting. So I'm proud of where we are, and I'm happy with the progress that we're going to make this year. And then just more to come. Again, we've mentioned it a few times. For those of you that know, AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. We hosted our first one a few months ago. They're pretty popular across social platforms nowadays. So we're happy to be hosting another one kind of mid to the third week of February. We'll tie it up to when we have the circular ready for all of the shareholders. So you have plenty of time to read the information, see videos that will be circulating out online starting next week, and really get as much information as you can before the shareholder vote. You'll be able to submit all your questions into the AMA, and on that live stream, we will focus directly on answering those questions. But what you can look forward to now, not just because of the transformational day that we're having, but definitely that is what is leading that and giving us the confidence to come in front of you today and say, we are ramped up for revenue with top OEM customers. And we're going to be focused on those customers, and we're going to be delivering so that we really show that customers are the most important thing to building this company. We're going to continue to have efficient execution. We're going to work very diligently to be focused on delivering to the promises that we have in front of us today before we take in new partnerships. We have lots of opportunity and the ability to take in new partnerships, so it won't stop our drive to be innovative, both from the C team and from the Exro team. We have multiple partners, as everybody knows, under NDA in our pipeline. What we determined is that we need to make sure that those have the best return on investment for all of the dollars that we spend. So we'll be putting time over the next 6 weeks as we get into the closing weeks to make sure that we roll out the most profitable deals that we can for our shareholders. And then we're just going to continue executing. And so we look forward to having you continue your journey with us. Again, we've had an overwhelming response this morning. Thank you very much for everybody who reached out personally to any one of us here on the panel today. We really, really appreciate the support. Thank you to all of you that are joining for the first time today. And we do recognize that it's still a lot for everybody to take in, and you're going to have a lot of questions and a mix of emotions. And so what we can commit to is SEA and Exro have been delivering on disruptive technology for years. And we're on the brink now of being able to work with material OEM partners that are going to allow us to get this tech in the market. And more importantly, as Rod said, it's going to allow us to put into the market a sustainable product that helps us reach net zero goals globally. So with that, I know it's a short one this morning, and I recognize, again, lots of questions, so please feel free to have those join in. And I'm going to come back out and just thank all my fellow, I don't know if we can see, this is where it's live, guys. So we're going to pull out for a minute and make sure we get us all in here. And so thank you to Rod. Tony, welcome into the SEA Electric family.
Thank you.
Welcome into the Exro Technologies family. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to welcoming all the SEA team members into the Exro team. Thank you very much to all of our shareholders, to all of the shareholders of SEA Electric that will join us on our Exro journey. We look forward to executing for you this year and to delivering value to the investment you've made. Thank you very much. We wish you a great day.